what's up, guys? I finally got this build done. It had been a bit of a pain, but finally all the stars aligned and it's ready to take a video. And it will be probably available Saturday in the waffle event. So, showing this off. This is, if you recall a while back, I had some other dials made from the guy who did the aluminum dials for me. And I had to order kind of some stuff ahead of time. And this, I did a series of dials. And I think I've only done this once before. And I think this is the only other one I had. But I did it in silver. And it was just a kind of a cool play on the look. And what we did with this one is did this all up in a nice brass and aged black style versus the silver. Did a set of black hands. This is in one of the black Bell & Ross style cases. It just has a smooth bezel on it. The bezel actually turns. It is sometimes I could get it to make noise. We put some oil in there, but and I felt it like whenever I was winding that it would make a little bit of a noise. But now it seems to be fine. So maybe it just took a while to get that oil worked in. So it'll move, but it serves no purpose. They just come on the case. This is on a super nice wristbound strap. This is a 22 millimeter strap, but it's 22 wrapped on 24. So it's actually a little bit wider. You can see it comes out just a little bit on the sides. So it makes for a little bit thicker of a strap with a black aged Previe buckle in 24. Brushed black case back. Brushed black back? I don't know what you would call this. It's not a case back, but technically it is the back of a case. But it isn't what you would refer to as a case back. But maybe you would. I don't know. The back of the case is brushed, and it goes on with screws. These are pass-through screws. These kind of come together like this is kind of like it looks like a screw, but it's a female. And then this will fit inside and then tighten. So what you will do if you ever take this off, when you unscrew these will start dropping out the other side. And when you pop them back in there, you kind of have to hold them. They'll only go in one way. You can see how they're angled. So you put them in there and they won't really drop in. You kind of turn them a little bit and then they drop in so that they're angled nicely towards that dial. Then you put your case back on, you'd kind of hold it there and you'd feed that in there and you'd tighten it up just a little bit until it would grab. Then you'd flip over, do the next one because you kind of want to go around. Otherwise, you kind of bind it up a little bit, tightening these down before you get to these two. So it has a nice finished look, but man, is it tough putting the back of the case on or the case back. But came out pretty awesome. So you got your sapphire glass there. It's got kind of a built-in chapter ring inside here with your access point. You know, it's going to mimic your hours that are rolling around, and then your minute referencing inside there. But came out pretty awesome. This is an NH38 build, so you've got around a 41-hour power reserve on it. What you'll do, you've got a rotor in the back that moves with your movement and keeps your time. But if you're not going to be very active, you want to make sure before you set your time to wind it just a little bit to make sure you don't lose time throughout the day. And what you'll do is you'll back the crown off the threads. It will kick out into your hand. When it's off the tubes, there it is. And you can wind. And a wind is clockwise. Clockwise as you're looking at it. Do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on. This will keep your time throughout the day, but if you do it for another 4 or 5 seconds, you'll max out your 41+ hour power reserve on it, which is what I do because I set the time, set them down, make sure that in a day they're still running and they're keeping an accurate time. That means they're calibrated properly, etc. But you would want to do that if you're driving, sitting at a desk all day. If you know that you could potentially lose time because your watch would stop. So wind it just a little bit longer, then pull out your crown to set your time. You'll notice your seconds hand stops because you have a hacking movement. You can now set your time. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:14 p.m.
1:14. When you're good, you're going to push this over, and you'll see your seconds hand pick back up. Once that happens, you know that you can push this in and wind it back down and not have to worry about advancing your hands. That is the build. If it's going to you, you've got something classy AF. As with every build, it's going to come with matching beads. This will come in a BVW Special Edition black box. Will come with watch cleaners. This is good on all glass and metal parts. Everything here in the center. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. And some leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft, though you'll probably never need it. If you do, you'll apply it on the front and back. Let it soak in. Work it in a little bit. Remove any excess. Use a rag. Don't use this. You don't want to have it like harden up on that and then you rub that all over your watch. But that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. You probably, unless I deal with that guy again, won't see this dial. I don't think I have any more of this dial, let alone in that color. Not that I wouldn't take more. But he had a 20 dial minimum, and it was like a 6-month wait. And if you didn't want to order that many, you had to wait until that many people ordered, because he said that wasn't worth turning on the laser without a larger order. So if you're getting it, congrats. Here's my spoils from working with concrete yesterday. So if it's going to you, congrats. I appreciate you a ton. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, so I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.